Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I am Clementine and as always I'm
Super Saiyan.
But never mind that. This is one Rogue A-type mandolin. This is a very inexpensive entry-level instrument. As with many low-end instruments, this mandolin has a very high action. Unfortunately, there is no truss rod to compensate for this. Don't fret, I'm about to show you another way to deal with that. First, let's remove this cover. This is what's known as a floating bridge, which means it'll move up and down when the strings are not tight. So you might want to get a camera and take a picture of it so that you'll know where it goes when you put it back. This is how the intonation is set. The height adjustment screws on this bridge have been bottomed out, but it's still much too tall, causing an unplayably high action. Unless maybe you're trying to invent a new genre of electric delta slide blues mandolin. If you plan on keeping your strings, you can just loosen them and remove the bridge from under them. Since I got a new set of extra light strings to help with playability, I'm going to go ahead and remove the old ones. Now let's take a close look at this bridge. This is a rough representation of the bridge. We would like for the top of the bridge to move down, but since it contains an intricate carving, it would be best to remove material from the bottom of the bridge, and then from each side. That way the whole top piece can move down, like so. To begin this process, let's put down a piece of painter's paper and then remove the top of the bridge. I removed the bulk of material from the bottom of the saddle using a hand sander. That left me with this gap you see here. Now it's time to bring the sides up. This was done in much the same way. I then squared the corners using a small hand file, as the rounded shape didn't allow the saddle to sit flushly upon the adjustment screws. With a little bit of patience and elbow grease, you could achieve the same results with just a hand file or some simple sandpaper. The two holes in the bottom of the saddle will also have to be drilled deeper to allow it to sit flush upon the adjustment screw. If you wish not to drill completely through the saddle, you can measure and use a piece of masking tape as a depth gauge. This will prevent you from drilling through the other side. After measurement with a straight edge, I decided to drill through the saddle to allow a much lower action. The finish work was then completed with a fine hand file. This is the final fitment, and after application of some light oil, it looks as good as new. And here are the final results. Let's see a before and after comparison. And much to my surprise, after tuning and proper string tension, the face of the mandolin was compressed somewhat, and the action was even lower than what is shown. But, is it playable? Well, that just about does it for this video. If you found it helpful or entertaining in any way, please give it a like and maybe subscribe, because next time we're going to talk about once upon a time in the 80s when Gibson made a Stratocaster with super hot ceramic pickups and a Voyager headstock. Then we're going to rip that baby open and do a little bit of repair and some tone mods.